Well, hello there, everyone. I am so happy that you are here. In today's video, we are going to spend a cozy day at home. I have some project ideas I wanted to share with you, a few simple cozy decorating ideas, and of course, we will dabble in some fresh flower arranging. Let's get started. I have a little bit of an antique haul to share with you first. I found this adorable goose cookie jar that I have been searching for, and I couldn't believe that she was only priced at $45. I have seen them well over $100 in a bunch of different places, so I was so excited when I found her. I also picked up this amazing handmade sailboat priced at $35. I have been looking for one of these as well. This one caught my eye because it is called the Chesapeake, and the Chesapeake Bay isn't far from us at all, so I thought that was a neat detail. Finally, I always pick up old gardening books whenever I see them, and I love the patina on these two. While I was out antiquing, I also found this antique garlic keeper. When I saw it, I actually thought to myself, this would be so perfect as a flower frog. So priced at just $8, I went ahead and picked it up. I think the arrangement looks so sweet. All I did was fill the bottom with some water, and then I used some of the smaller variety of flowers that I have growing in my garden. I was really hoping to get this video out before we left for a long weekend at the beach, but I decided to just go ahead and wait until we got back home to finish up a few things. It has been a tough couple of weeks around here as we just lost our dog Maya at the beginning of July, and it has been incredibly hard on all of us. She passed away very unexpectedly. She took a downhill turn in just a couple of days, and it has been really hard on our family. Our dogs are very much part of our family, and it's just not quite the same without her here. With so much sadness around here lately, I knew that spending some time out in my garden and then spending some time arranging some flowers was really going to not only help me feel a little bit better, but also bring some happiness and cheerfulness back into our home. One of Maya's favorite places to be was out on the patio getting a suntan, so whenever I am out in the garden, I always think of her. The glass vase that I am using is one of my favorites. I almost always use this vase to create my fresh flower arrangements. I thrifted it a really long time ago. It is the perfect shape and size for an arrangement. I almost always use a glass vase for my fresh flowers because it's really easy to monitor the water and see when the water needs to be changed out. That is one of my biggest tips for getting longevity out of your bouquets, and that is making sure that the water gets changed at least every 2 days. And I know you might be thinking, oh my gosh, every 2 days, what a pain to change out the water. But honestly, that is the best way to make your flowers last longer in a vase. And what I do is just kind of lift the bouquet out of the vase and hold it together with my hands, and then dump out the old water, fill the vase back up with some fresh water, and set the bouquet back down in the vase. When I create my fresh flower arrangements, I like them to look very whimsical with lots of movement. I don't really follow too many rules when it comes to making a bouquet. I just kind of go with what looks right to my eye as I add flowers. To be honest, when it comes to freshening up spaces in my home or making changes to spaces, I don't really do it all that often anymore. And if I am making a change, it's very small changes. Like today, I changed out 2 pillow covers, and that was pretty much it. But I think you will be surprised when you make small changes like that in a room, how impactful they can be. The way my home is right now, I have kind of figured out a way that I really like things to be. So the changes that I make are often, like I said, very subtle, and I think that that is okay. I don't think that it is practical to constantly be overhauling a space all of the time. Just little tweaks and changes can make your space feel fresh. Sometimes decorating or refreshing a space is about rotating in something a little bit different, whether that be rearranging a stack of blankets so that a different one is at the top, or digging around and pulling out a few new pillow covers. These are simple ways to make your space feel fresh without buying anything at all. Sometimes it's even bringing a piece back out, like my cozy banner, for example. I mentioned that I have a few projects in the works that I'm going to be sharing with you in an upcoming video. The first one being a brand new gallery wall that is going on that blank wall by my cabinet. And the next project that I am working on is actually in my little family foyer area. That is the area where you come in from our patio. I am going to be painting the bead board. These were the 3 colors that I was looking at, and I ended up picking the one on the left there, which is called Vanillin, and it is a color by Sherwin-Williams. And then I am also going to be adding this wallpaper, which is a mix of a floral pattern with some ducks. And I understand that the ducks might not be for everybody, but for me, I am in a place now where I just want my home to feel happy. I want my girls to have happy memories and remember mom putting up the wallpaper with the ducks on it and how it made them smile every time they walked into our home. And for me, that is one of the things that is most important about creating a home, and one thing that I encourage you to do as you create your home. Make sure that when you walk into your home, it makes you smile. It is something that brings you joy. And for me, sometimes as a content creator, that is hard because some people can be very critical, and I understand that I'm on the internet, so I open myself up to that. And that's fine. My style is not everybody's style, and I understand that. My point is that your home should be a reflection of all of the things that truly bring you joy, and that is something that I have been really trying to make sure that I am doing when I am decorating my home. You all know that I love to sneak in a simple little DIY project. This little bluebird banner was so easy to create. All I did was print out the watercolor bluebirds from Canva, cut them out, and string them on some twine. One of the things that is extremely important to me when it comes to creating a home is making sure that my family sees themselves in our home. That might look like family photos on the wall. That might look like my girls' artwork up on the refrigerator. Today I am sitting down and putting together a photo album of Maya. It is very much just part of the healing process for me, and I really enjoyed looking at all of these photos of her, and I can pull it down anytime I want to remember her. Another little project that I had kind of sitting around that's been waiting in the wings has been creating this plate wall in my living room. So I thought we could take a minute to do that today. I found these plates at Target, and I thought the pattern on them was so sweet. It has a vintage vibe to it. I picked up this picnic basket at a yard sale, and I wanted to add it here in the kitchen to my peg rail. All I did was style it with a few white geraniums. Lately, I haven't been able to resist adding just a few pops of color here and there in my home. Although I am not ready for fall, Working with color over the last several months in the spring and summer has really inspired me to kind of go in a different direction for fall this year. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of those ideas with you at the end of August. In today's Cozy Chats, I thought I would share just a couple ideas how you can make the most of what is left of summer. As always, I hope that you got some inspiration for your home. If you are new, I hope that you will subscribe and stay a while. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.